Good day, guys. As you all know me, as a mentor, NASDAQ Ninja. So, guys, before I can continue, can you please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you can get notified once I upload? So, guys, like I told you guys that today I'm going to actually talk about GBP USD. I don't need no much. I just want to talk about GBP USD. So, when it comes to the GBP USD, which is a currency, understand it's a pair actually as GBP against USD. So you need to understand some few tricks, understand? So basically, I use the same strategy to trade currencies, but when I trade currencies, I'm a different human being, understand? I don't play with lot sizes, and I tend to be holding for such long, understand? So last week, I was live on Instagram, NASDAQ Ninja, and then I told you guys that GBP USD is going to do some basic move, and it actually did them, understand? So without wasting no time, guys, let's go to the chart and see what is it that actually happening, you understand? So what I did is that I went to the weekly time frame. I remember I went to the weekly time frame straight. I went to the weekly time frame. So every time when I see the candlesticks like this, and then I see there's another path that was happening, I tend to increase the what is this, the time frame, understand? So at the end of the day here, I went to the monthly time frame and checked, understand? And I was able to see like dinosaurs, decades, understand? Here there's a dinosaurs that actually alerts you that side, bro, like it's like the longest time of the market, you understand? So without worrying less, guys, we just want here, understand? So I created my lowest point. So I saw that, okay, I was gonna be able to catch this buy here because this was like a first touch, and then this was like the second touch. I always go for the second touch. It makes it easy for me to catch the trade, understand? So, and then I was like, let me create places whereby the market, when it touches, the market reverses, understand? So this was the easiest thing that I always do. And, I always do this every day, understand? Every time I analyze the chart, I do this. So it tends to be the most serious thing I like doing, understand? Because I can only trade with zones only. So those are my zones, understand? So you can see the market touching zones and reversing, understand? So it doesn't mean if you analyze from a monthly time frame, you can enter on a monthly time frame, understand? If you want to enter, yes, it's possible, but what I actually mean, it's not a must, you understand? It's not a must. You need to enter on the time frame that you see your entry point in a proper way. So I think I have a zone there, and which is like I'm at the top side of it. So at the end of the day, I created a trend. I created my small trend from this top side here, and then I put it there below side, sort of like a wedge. And then I created the below one there. Understand? So you can see it gives you a proper confirmation. You can see the market is actually playing around this point, understand? And it's also advisable to draw it from this top and then to the bottom side, because that's where actually the other cells started, you understand? And it's more advisable to do it both sides. You can either throw it there, the top side, or at least if you can have those touches, understand? So even I think it's advisable to do it like this as well, because here you're going to be having first touch, second touch, and a third touch, but at the top side, it has to be where the market sold, understand? You can understand there's also a momentum for selling opportunities, you understand? So let's do this quick so that you can see what we're actually talking about. So you can see that, okay, here the market sold heavily, and then the market chose to touch here and sold as well. So it's also possible for me and you to do it like that so that we can get proper confirmations, understand? So you can see that the market played around with the trend here, broke out, went to the bottom. The market played around with the trend, broke out, and went to the top side. And then at the end of the day here, we haven't like actually created a trend because we don't have high lows, you understand? We just have a movement that is going down, and then here. So basically here, the market has a higher chances of going to the bottom side, you understand? So what it is, guys, now let's push into our weekly time frame and see what is it that we actually have on the weekly time frame. Yeah, on the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, what we actually have is that we have the proper market, that the market is on top of our zone, understand? So you need to respect that as well, understand? You need to respect that as well, because if you don't respect that, it's going to be a problem, understand? So let's quickly do this and then put it like this, understand? Because we're going to get it once we get to the daily time frame. So we want to check what is it that is there, understand? We want to check what is it that is there. Okay, I can see a proper trend line from the top side here, which is basically more accurate. I can see a proper trend line. That's a proper one. And then I can actually create another one in the bottom side. I can create the other one in the bottom side, guys. If it's possible, if it's not, I'm not going to create it, understand? I don't think this one is possible. Yeah, I don't think this one is possible, so I'm gonna remove it. This one, it's actually possible, because it has the top side 1, 2, and then the third touch, but we're gonna remove it for now. If ever we have to bring it back, yes, we're gonna bring it back. So nonetheless, guys, we're gonna push to H4 and see what is it. Oh, to the daily time frame. Sorry about that. To the daily time frame, and see what is it that we actually have. Maybe we can bring back that trend again, you understand? So it depends, guys. It depends. The market is the only thing that will tell you the answers, understand? Not you. You don't create the market. You let the market create its own movement, you understand? So I believe that at this certain point somewhere here, I have what we call a trend line. I do believe there is a trend line somewhere here. There has to be a trend line. So I think from this top side, okay, and then I'm going to take it straight to the bottom side. Supposedly it was supposed to be here, but I can actually put it here as a cone, you understand? So rather less, guys, neither way, I'll rather increase the trend line to be here at the top side. That's when I analyze, guys. I play around with the chart until I get to understand what's actually going on, understand? So let's quickly fix this trend here. So I want the touch here, and then I want the second touch there. Understand? The second touch means a lot, understand? Because that's where the trend actually started. Yes, I think here I have the second touch. Here I have the third touch. Understand? So now it kind of like making sense. Understand? So basically here I could have something we call trend inside a trend, which is what's there, but we're not gonna use it now. Understand? But actually, it's also valid to use when the trend line it's kind of like this, because at the end of the day, you could have caught your entry point. Understand? So nonetheless, guys, let's go to H4 and see what is it that we have on H4 time frame. On H4, guys, I can get a major trend. It's possible for me to get a major trend. So I'm gonna do it like this. Then I can see I have a proper trend line there. You can see that as much as I'm here, I'm just playing around with trend lines, understand? So it means a lot to me, you understand? So this first touch, second touch, I can see the market played around here, came here, come here, came there. The market has to come back here. And then in order for you to push to the top side. So we create what we call trend inside a trend. This is actually my major key. So I understand that the market, if it broke, like I told you last, that the market will start their sell somewhere here, right? It broke out and then starts selling, understand? So that's when I decided to do what? To go back to the daily time frame. I want to confirm something. Don't let this trend confuses you, guys. You see, I'm playing around with trends, understand? Don't let this trends confuses you. This trend line here I'm creating is the trend line that actually allows me to confirm that, okay, bullish trend are more powerful than selling positions at the moment because of this trend. We come from the below side, we even broke this one. So don't let them confuse it. It's too much trend for a newbie, I understand, but make sure you are with me on the track, you understand, so that you don't lose your mind. Understand? So at the end of the day, guys, you see the market doesn't have no choice to rather to play like this. As here it touches and goes to the top, from this go to the bottom to the top, and then from here it created a double top, which is actually going to allow us to come here, but we have a zone which we need to pass. That doesn't mean if we have a zone we can't pass, but we need to respect it before we pass it, understand? So that's how I like zones. So here, so basically last week people, I just told them to enter there at the top side, which is here, but today you're going to have to enter the trade here. Understand? When the market touches there, that's where you're actually going to execute your trade. When you break your major key, guys, there's no way, you understand? There's no way you can ever even go back to the top side. If you want me to prove about that, I can prove, you understand? Let me go to the past side and prove to you about major key, you understand? Let's use a daily time frame. Maybe it can actually alert us and to show you that if you break it, there's no way you can come back, you understand? Let's go to the daily time frame. That's what I like about trading, guys. Understand? This is like major, my daily major, right? This is like my H4 major key. Check when we broke out where we are here. Understand? The only way you just create your major keys. Understand? So there is no way. You understand? There is no way. We're still gonna be pushing to. Yes, we can respect our current zone now, but we're still gonna be pushing. So you guys have to be alert that okay, from now on we're still gonna be pushing. So you just have to be waiting for the market to push. Understand? So let's go back to H4 and see what is it that we actually have, understand? So you can see that I'm telling you that you're going to enter your entry point here. This is like a trend line as well, understand? So you're going to enter your entries here, you understand? So at the end of the day, guys, when the market touches there, you enter your entry. So you can use 60 minutes or 30 minutes to enter a trade, understand? So let's see. Yeah, that's where you're going to enter a trade, understand? That's where you're going to enter a trade here. Basically, since it's about London session, you can actually like plot it here. Yeah, you can enter a trade there. It's also allowed. You understand? It's also allowed. So this is how it is, guys. Your trade is going to be here. Your take profit is going to be below there. You can put it here on the zone because that's where the market can have the ability to reverse. You understand? So let's quickly go to H4 so that you can see the chart in a full ways. Then you get to understand where actually are you gonna be going. You understand? So this is how it is, guys. Don't be confused by a lot of trends, guys. This trends, any trend has its own abilities and its own things. Understand? So currently we're respecting the H4 trend line because the daily trend line, we get to understand it's already been respected. It's just there to advise that we're still on a bullish momentum, but at the moment we are on a selling momentum due to the H4 candlesticks, which have to do the third touch below side. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Let's meet on another video.